Welcome back to the channel. I just snorted a fat line of meth. I feel so great right now. Woo! No, I didn't lie. I smoked a cigarette though. I quit and I wanted another one, and then I let that fucking thing possess me. Cigarettes. Try to kill my sexual expression. Eat it. I noticed this thing about my camera. See if it's still doing it. Yeah, see that shit? It follows me. Look at this. Follow me, camera. Yeah. He knows who the fuck to listen to. At least my phone knows who to listen to. It might not be for good reasons. Follow me. I have met the coolest person. He lives on a sailboat. I want to tell his story real quick. His name is Kevin. And the thing about Kevin, I love Kevin. I love Kevin. Kevin's fucking awesome. So, the person who freed me from principalities, who said, "Hi, how you doing? Today we're going to teach you how to have your dreams come true. How to manifest all your desires and have them pop up right before your eyes." And that was the promise given to me by a man named Kevin. And that is true. I have, what? There it is. Holy shit. Fucking, I wanted a sword. I remember my first material object I manifested. I wanted a sword, but I also was trying to prove I could find a 7-leaf clover for my mom. And since I put focus on two things, they merged into one, because it's whatever you think about most of the time you get. And I got a sword with a medieval sword. I wanted a katana, an 88 DK Dragonfly katana by Cold Steel. Very specific. But I wanted a 7-leaf clover. And on my 21st birthday, on the 21st of April, when I turned 21, I was given to me by a guy named Jay, a fucking medieval sword. The 7-leaf clovered hilt. Anyway, so there was one Kevin in my life already that means the most. He meant the most to me. And then later, after I hiked out of the hood in St. Louis, God, planes, I made it to Illinois, me and my little dog buddy over here, and I worked at a Denny's. And I was trained by a guy whose name was Kevin, worked for 30 years as a chef, and when I got there, he had, focus, see the hands? I have magical hands. He had these hands on his fucking hat, and it was a Tupac quote. It said, "Only God could judge me." And I was like, this is my mentor. And now that I made it all the way to the Keys, Key West, from the gateway to the west, I'm outside of this Denny's. I'm outside this Denny's, and I'm sleeping, and I wake up to a guy walking up to me in a drunken state, blown away to see my beauty. He saw me twirling his staff earlier. He was drunk, and I wake up to my dog barking, and I'm like, because I deal with a lot of sociopaths and narcissists that are drawn to my light, possessed people that want to come in and do their thing. And, that's fine. I was put here to fuck you up. I love how that plays out, Heyoka. I just learned I'm a Heyoka, which makes sense. And for the witch that knows my astrology chart, god damn, that was a battle. God damn. If you look at my Gmail, you will see astrologers by the thousands, like, hitting me up. And they're hitting me up because they know my chart, and they're just like, dude, I wish I need to post it. They got some of the most demonic ass shit. They sent me like, you don't know, just accept the fact that you don't know what to do, and that all your powers are going to be aligned with mine, and once we trade energy, you can, and I've already traded energy with Satan before. I already know what that turns out, and that was very dark. So I don't do that no more. Who do you listen to? Anyway, and guess what this guy's name was? Kevin. And he took me in to eat a meal at Denny's, and that's how I met him. And I met a guy at Denny's named Kevin who trained me, and it was perfect. It was so perfect. And Kevin's got an interesting story. He's made millions, got books written out there. He knows the secrets. He knows through his own ways. And goddamn sig demon. I smoke one. It tries to suppress my ability to speak. Fuck you. I can feel it. These fucking things. Try to suppress me. But I didn't want to not have a lighter and have the option. So I asked for a lighter, I smoke one, and it's a game, it's a battle. God, see all these sirens? Just don't want me to talk at all. God damn, at all. Anyway, so Kevin basically had a similar situation in my life. He's walked to his death, been near death. What happened for him was he was rich. He lived in his nice house. He had a vault full of money. And a bunch of robbers came in and a break-in. And there was a white dude and a black dude, he said, out of the couple people there. And the black dude told the white guy to cut his throat. And he does. He's got a scar on his throat. This dude, Kevin, I'm talking about, he took me to Denny's. And he cut his throat. But he didn't cut him that deep. And the dude leaned in and said, I know what you're doing. Because when you're at that level, God speaks through people, and Satan never told a lie. You'll hear him talk through people. Satan was the black dude saying, cut that fucker's throat. Cut his throat. And he put a blanket on the guy, and he bled out, went to a hospital, things happened, and when he came back, his couch had no blood on it. Interesting. Because I died. I know I died. But I'm still here. I hear if you can't hear that, but some guy walking by going, I love when the principalities send people my way. I love it. It's so fun. Anyway, so he got his throat cut. And he met me here at the Keys by sailing from Italy in this tiny ass little sailboat. And he said it was like, it didn't even seem real. He was getting tossed around by 30-foot waves. Imagine being in a small little coffin by yourself, sailing the ocean for 30 days, puking 6 times on the journey from seasickness. I was like, dude, you know what I know. Anybody that sails, I had to get here too through crazy means, but the fact that you sailed here and I wanted to be a sailor because I'm an intense person. I love looking into the eyes of the abyss. That shit's fucking awesome. Stay tethered. Stay tethered. Stay fucking tethered. I'm not going to let this interrupt me, so I apologize. They pull up. You will be quiet now. No, it doesn't happen that way. But anyway, interesting character. I wanted to throw a shout out to Kevin. There is one belief system he has, and he believes in something outside of himself, though he's doing all of it, though he gives all his grace to God, which is true. But you're God. You're God. You are. Don't believe me? Go make a birdhouse with your hands. You created something in the physical realm. You can create things in the mental realm. You create things. You're a creator. You need to accept that. And, I was told some things need to be destroyed before new things can be built. You can only build as high up as your foundation is deep. So destroying things actually is a form of creation. It sounds really fucked, but it's the truth. It's really a matter of perspective. Now, with that said, certain people I still don't listen to, and certain people I don't follow at all. Give you an example. When I was in the hood of St. Louis, there was this dude, this black guy who was demonic as hell. He literally, raped a bird with, the sunglasses. Man, there's so much darkness around me. You know those sunglasses you wear there was a piece that sits on your ear from the glasses, and he took it. He described this to me. I seen it on the ground. He said he found this bird that was not able to fly. He raped it with it. Because life's all about pleasure and doing whatever the fuck you want. So, with that said, I've met a lot of them are following this. And if you ain't on our team, you on their team. Which side you on, bit. And that's what he wanted me to do, is he wanted me to start killing people. And if I didn't agree with him, he was going to come into my house, start killing my people. And since I'm not the only person living in the house in the hood, you know, but point is, I know the secrets, and I was like, you're going to get taken care of, don't worry. Later on, he got shot in the stomach, which chilled him the fuck out a little bit. But I never forget, he used to tell me, man, people ain't real. Well, when you have no love, see, that's why they say look for the gold in people, because there's a certain amount of darkness in all people. And the thing that's real about them is that love. And I can even explain it in this book I got by Napoleon Hill. See if I can find it real quick. It's called The 10 Stimuli of Man. It mentions the 10 stimulus of man that affects a guy. Hey, look, my ripped dollar bill. I like that. Ooh, I forgot about that. Ooh, exciting. And the number one, there it is, sex transmutation. Scorpio stellium over here, Aries moon. Anyway. Not including my Taurus stellium with my Libra moon. We'll get into that later. I'm both. That's why I'm a Heyoka. Literally, my astrology perfectly reflects this life and the last, and I'm the opposite of all. So with me, I really do well riding the fence. And I was trained that way. There's a lot of power you can get from the dark side, but if you're untethered, you'll lose yourself in the river Styx. You'll lose yourself. And it even says in this book, if I can fucking find it, let me use my powers of focus. Is those powers real? I don't know. Yeah, there it is. Boom. See, bitch? The 10 stimuli of man. The human mind responds to stimuli through which it may be keyed up. I'm in the keys. Wow. That's funny. Ain't that funny? To high rates of vibration, known as enthusiasm, creative imagination, intense desire, etc. The stimuli to which man responds most freely are the desire for sex expression, number one. The second is love. Interesting. Then it says a burning desire for fame, power, financial gain, money. Fourth is music. 5 is friendship between either the same sex or those of the opposite sex. 6 is a mastermind alliance based upon the harmony of 2 or more people who's allied themselves for spiritual or temporal advancement. 7 is mutual suffering, people that bitch together and gossip, such as that experience by people who are persecuted. If you're tortured together, if you become allies. People that go through bank robberies, they become friends through mutual suffering. 8 is auto-suggestion, being told programs over and over again, like through the music, for instance, which doubles that up. Fear is number 9, as in things that stimulate you to do what I fucking want you to do. Fear is on the bottom, but it's not on the bottom. There's one more. Narcotics and alcohol. Physical form materials are the most demonic. Trust me, I'm mostly earth. So I rule this shit and rule people, whatever. But the point is that sexual expression is true. That's why this thing kills sexual expression. It kills sex drive. Which makes it harder for me to speak. But it even mentions in the book that people that have the desire for sex expression without love destroy themselves and everything they touch if they don't have love. If you don't have love in your heart, you're the most powerful, but you're not even real. In a way, you're not even fucking real. And that's the thing about these dark forces. You can look at people and look at the dirt people and realize that they're not even real. And that's why he got shot. Wind blowing, confirmation. You gotta be careful about that. I might cut off any time, by the way. I'm still posting this, so deal with it. But that's a big part. So we want to kill narcissists and sociopaths. Guess what they got going on for them? The desire for sexual expression is vague. This book's been watered down, so the way that's even worded is off. But it is cyclone energy. It is cyclone energy. But if you don't got a core, this shit's a whirlwind. You get lost in it. So to fight some of these dark forces, you need to have that love. You got to have that love. But you need to hit for number one. When I walk towards my death for another human being, Jesus style, first off, the person I walked towards my death for had very strong expression. He'd be like a little child. Aries sun, Sag, Aries rising. Little kid. Little kid. And then sometimes, like, I was hanging out with him once and we were getting meth. And this dude next to him was like asking for, he had the dope. And the dude was like, give me that meth. And the dude obeyed. And he poured some in and hit it. And everyone else was like, we get a hit. And he's like, no. And they all crumpled. This dude was a narcissistical sociopath. And he was very charming. Very charming. Very alluring. I loved him. And I walked towards my death for that human being. And I reached the highest levels of power because a lot of you care about people that care about you. What I did with my family is because you're fucking up my ability to help more people. So I'm using the number one energy, which is vaguely defined as sexual expression. It's anger. It's interesting because, people that are suicidal and depressed, they can't get to bliss. They got to get angry. Fuck. What the fuck am I here? That's why this is number 10 underneath fear. Narcotics and this shit bring you down. A lot of great writers and poets, it's still stimuli. It still affects you. It still creates a result. Music, all that, friendships, people that get together in societies, mutual fucking allies of masterminds. If you had actual friends that you made an actual mastermind with and danced to great music because you love each other and you don't care about expressing your fucking sexual side, then you're really hitting all the fucking key points here now, aren't you? Point is, a lot of these people are walking around, and this dude said the same thing. Kevin said the same thing. These people aren't even fucking real. And I know my mission is to help see the gold in people because somebody saw the gold in me. His name was Kevin. And now I think I'm meant to help. Kevin's going to help me out too. But anyway, point is, somebody saw the gold in me, and I felt hollow and empty. Mostly because I was surrounded by these dark people. And so I got the tether of love. And when I walked towards my death for this other human being, and I got back in the car after said tapping into a high level of power, it felt like I penetrated everything. To be real with you, the cops that I dealt with for 3 days after that, every day I got into assault with like this dude and caused cops to come in waves. And one of the cops was the first on scene, was very aware. And he even said, are you guys like gay lovers? And I'm like, no. But it feels like that because I cared about him so much that I didn't want him to die. And I had love tether me through the most powerful portal, which is, again, loosely defined as sexual expression. But the truth really is it kind of played off that way. It kind of played out, so that's the way to describe it. Again, I might get cut off anytime, but that's okay. So I'm posting this on a YouTube channel being evilly watched. Sorry. I love the camera. Follow me. And I don't give a fuck. You can keep watching because you're watching for me to using your weak ass energy to try to throw me off. You're going to just destroy yourself. So keep watching. I do not mind evil eye. That's energy, baby. And I've walked through hell. A lot of you fucks don't get it. You want to fuck with this world around you, you need to have hell energy. When you're loving and in a blissful state, you don't really need anything. So not a lot's going to come in because you're fine. You're content. and you will get more feelings of contentment. But for people that want more, they'll always be in a state of wanting more, and they will get more. You know, I'm in a rich neighborhood. A lot of these people are very dark. They got the hottest little butts, and you just want to fuck them, and just, they come right out of the gym hot and fresh, and ain't nothing going on inside. Internally, like over here. Maybe up there, but over here, some of them, really nothing. But look for the gold, because there is something there. There is. It's just really hard to deal with. So I just want to make that little shout out. You got to deal with some dark forces. You don't, 222 when I open up the page. The remainder of this chapter describes an end. It must be attained before the philosophy. 6 basic fears: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love of someone, old age, and death. I've conquered some of these fears. These are like actual principalities. Fear of losing someone is a fear. It's a codependency attachment. If you want things, you're using your demon power, that's what I like to call it, keep it simple, dark side energy, to get it. That's why I rule the earth realm. You want things around you to move like a cyclone? That's this world. I'm in it, not of it, but I do fuck with it. 213 on the phone. It's 123 anagram. Making steps. I'm going to keep talking until it probably cuts off. Let's see what happens when I light this. Like this bitch tries to shut me up. Feel it. Ooh, got to download. But I'm here to tell you, there is hope for these people. Some of them are going to get hit by buses and trains. That's because that's what they put out, because they wanted to hurt other people. Because they didn't have love. They manifested all right. Oh, they got great results. They got great results. Look at that physical manifestation. You know, I was dealing with a dude at a Burger King, sitting there in my car. I've already explained this in a video where he walked up, and he's like, hey, dude. Blah, 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 blah. Started just attacking my heart. I mean, that's all he was doing. He didn't have one, so it was really easy for him to just attack it. Like attracts like. I'm this way. Let me stand near you and start. And I was just like, okay. And after a certain point, I didn't use love. I told him to shut. I told him, get the fuck out of here. And he goes, you ever heard of Hammond? He like skipped like a record. He was like, you ever heard of Hammond? You ever heard of Hammond? I fucked him up. Sword of truth. Stab right there. Fuck you. So, the key and the secret to success I was taught, which is also based off this book that wasn't watered down, that I heard 34 fucking times on a 13-hour-long audio tape by a guy named Kevin, 231, is you need to walk in the dark. Watch Star Wars. There's a lot of powers. You know, Darth Vader was told he was going to bring balance to the Jedi world, 2323, or whatever the fuck. And everyone was surprised because he went to the dark side. He became Darth Vader. But then, at a certain point, he loved his kid. And with one, I think he has only one hand, right? Because he gets his own arm cut off, I believe. He lifts up the guy above him. The dude who can shoot electricity out of his hands. He lifts him up with the strength and throws him over. And ultimately takes down the Darth Sith Lord, the one even above him. So he used all the powers of the dark, but it never got him to that strength level till he had love. And he did a lot of horrible things. Be careful. You don't lose yourself to the dark side. But don't be a pussy-ass bitch and let people walk into a room and think God's going to take care of it. Because you're right fucking there. You know, I walk down the street in the hood and people give me the fucking evil eye. I can't even do it as good because I'm not going to tap into that level. It's really deep. They're really deep. Scorpio's deep. And I've been to the abyss. With that said, Guess where I walked when they fucking spit on the ground and they're on the sidewalk in that direction? I could cross the street, go a different way, I could flip a 180. No. Walking right through that fucking portal. Right? You're a fucking dragon and you're blocking the treasure. Look for the golden people. Now, those people I didn't look for the golden. It's quite obvious that they weren't there. They had no teachability index. They knew who they were listening to. But, you know, if I was a happy Christian churchgoer, those people wouldn't stand up to any of that. Those are the same people that let their kids get kidnapped and raped. So, you know, I'm just telling you, don't be a little bitch. If you really have faith in God, you'll walk into the dark without a light. I've done a lot of things. I've walked through sewer drains with nothing but a stick to see. And when the abyss popped up and I leaned over it and saw another pipe and I said, let me crawl to that one. But there's an abyss. And I spit. Because you get there, you see further. I got all the way to the end of the drain. I spit and I heard my spit hit the ground instantly. I put my hand down. Oh, there's no abyss here. It was just a foot drop. It went down to a foot and that was it. It's a real story. And down there was when I found the stick. And I was like, God wants me to walk through this other tunnel. And I twirled the stick so I could hear the pipe and keep going. And I went through this pipe with no phone. There was no backup, no light. If I fucking fell into a deep, dark void, I'd be gone. There'd be no help. But you don't have the faith level I do. And going through such things really did power me up. So I gained these keys in hell. They're hidden through hell. In reality. AKA, go out and go do something. Make an achievement. Go do something that you are at your current teachability level. How teachable are you? Because if you can't go in that sewer drain, no problem. But I can, because I'm at that level. I can cross bridges. I can walk underneath bridges. I've dangled my body over 9 semis in a cop car. Inches away from getting... And that's how I knew I was fine, because I felt good. And this is instant death. So I must be fine. Do you have to do these things? No. But there's a lot of great people out there that climb buildings, like that one guy that climbs buildings in China. He climbs bare buildings. You know how much inspiration that dude brought? He didn't do it by sitting inside his comfortable home all day. I'm at 27 minutes. I'm going to end it. I love you guys. Keep fucking rocking it. Fuck these haters. Do your thing. Show them what you got. Express yourself like the book says. Just don't lose the love. Don't get lost in the river Styx. Even in the river Styx, there's a tether. If you hear the story about that in Hades, where they're, you know, I used to like reading Percy Jackson, the books, and he put a tether on the back of his spine. It was that, and he had to hold a memory of like love or something of his family in order to not get lost. But when he came out, he was invincible and indestructible. Did you hear all these sirens? They weren't here before I made the video. Love you guys. Keep your eyes open through your day and expect miracles. Wait for something magical to happen. Keep feeling good and just know you're going to see something crazy. I'm not going to teach you all about it right now, but god damn, you got to keep that vibration up. Feel good. Feel as good as you can right now. I'm serious. Go out and go do something. I love you guys. Keep rocking it.